This is Dubai in the middle of the Iran-United States conflict. It's incredible. It's like we're all alone. They say this place is usually packed, that it's always full. That's why, look, they have all these buggies here. And they're bored because no tourists are coming. Who has ever seen the Burj Khalifa like this? Just so you see, we've been getting alerts telling us to take cover, to seek shelter because of possible missile launches. During my nearly month-long trip through Japan, exploring incredible places that will amaze you as much as they did me, an unexpected setback forced us to leave the country earlier than planned, catching a flight with a layover of a few days in Dubai, right in the middle of the armed conflict. We're basically at 50% as we head to the plane. We already had this layover planned. This trip has been scheduled for 2 months, so... Anyway. On February 28th, the United States and Israel started a war against Iran, supposedly due to years of escalation in its nuclear program and its growing influence in the Middle East. And yes, in the middle of a tense and fragile truce between the countries involved, we were flying to Dubai, where just weeks earlier there had been attacks. What I didn't know yet was that I was going to witness the attacks in person. It's almost 6 in the morning. I ordered myself a little coffee and we're already here. Honestly, everything seems pretty calm so far. It's true that there's less tourism than usual. Even at the passport line, the security guy was surprised because there were only about 10 or 12 tourists. And these past few days, there have been very few people. Not much going on. But the good thing is, that means we'll have time to really get to know Dubai in depth. Everything seemed calm. We grabbed a taxi and headed to our hotel. We were the only ones there, so we spent the morning resting and taking a swim to cool off. And yes, that's me with my diving goggles. In the afternoon, we went to check out the Dubai Mall area. We were surprised by how few people there were compared to some videos we had seen. Nothing like a few months ago when everything was completely normal and there was no conflict at all. This is the same cafe where we were. The pictures speak for themselves. Our visit continued and we found ourselves at the largest indoor aquarium in the world. After that, it was time to see the most iconic square in Dubai. Tell me, how often do you see this area around the Burj Khalifa so empty? Well, deserted as in there aren't people, but there are very few. And wow, there it is, the imposing Burj Khalifa peeking out. This is Dubai in the middle of the Iran-United States conflict. It's incredible. I mean, it's like being here alone. I mean, they say this place is usually packed, that they can't keep up. That's why they have, look, all these buggies. And they're bored because no tourists are coming. It's just us here. Geez, are you aware of what this is? This isn't going to be seen again for a long time. This?
What happened?
When?
COVID and Vowed.
Oh, that's right. That's right. This happened with COVID. And now, 6 years later, look, all the buggies here ready. There's a man way in the back. Look, do you see him? Let's see. I think that after so much abandonment, desolation kind of keeps following me around in life. I mean, this wasn't planned. I booked this trip, right? The Dubai part was supposed to be after China and Japan, and we were going to check out Dubai and all that, and
Not for days.
not for so many dailies. And well, what happened in Japan happened, which I don't know if you guys know about yet, and if not, you'll have to wait for the Japan episodes. But the apocalypse keeps chasing me. Look, they were going to get these 2 camels ready for us, but I already told them no, that we're not going to ride camels. So, since we didn't have the quad package included, as a favor they told us, well, if you want to ride a camel, since they don't have other people, but we told them no. You already know that when it comes to animals, I'd rather not. So in the end, they're just going to leave them there in peace, so I'm going to go over and at least pet them. In front of me, the true kings of the dunes, the mysticism they give off makes you connect with the most authentic side of the desert. They're telling us that this settlement, and there are many more where they have quads, buggies, and all that, before the war started, used to get so crowded that there was nowhere to sit, and you had to wait in line to get a quad. This is the couple who took a quad, and they say they haven't seen it like this in a really long time. Like Jesus says, not since COVID. But for us, it actually works out because everything is half price. At the Burj Khalifa, we won't even need to book in advance. We'll be alone, just like at the Skyline. Yesterday we went to the Skyline and we were practically by ourselves. Skyviews has one of the most impressive attractions in Dubai. Between the 52nd and 53rd floors, there's a glass slide suspended in the air where you slide down at a height of over 220 meters. And of course, we had to try it. It felt like a ghost attraction. At the reception and in the hallways, there wasn't a single sign of tourists. As you can see, we're going around Dubai completely on our own. It's wonderful. And here we have what used to be the line, which now doesn't have anyone. They're calling us for the elevator. We're gonna ride the elevator alone. Okay, super high up. Can I? Yes. All right. Oh, okay. And then tomorrow, we are actually going to be heading all the way up there to the very top. I don't really know what the exact level is.
That's wild, man.
Woohoo! This is absolutely incredible, and I am completely blown away by how amazing everything looks right now. Wow, I honestly cannot believe my eyes, because this is just such a spectacular and breathtaking sight to behold.
After enjoying the dunes, it was time for dinner and a show in the middle of the desert. Traditional dances from the country, along with a fire performance, put the finishing touch on a truly memorable afternoon. Remember this moment. The person helping us, by mistake and without us knowing, gave us stickers for a lower level that didn't match the tickets I had just bought a few moments earlier. Right after that, we went into a room where they gave us some snacks while we waited for our turn.
Who has ever seen the Burj Khalifa like this? I can only imagine that this place is usually absolutely packed with people. It really is quite incredible.
As you can see, there were almost no tourists. Just to give you an idea of how exceptional the situation was, instead of taking the tourist elevators, we used the residence elevator, the one for people who actually live in the Burj Khalifa.
I'm not really sure what's going on, but they brought us up in what seemed like a service elevator, and we ended up in the residential area where the people who live in the Burj Khalifa enter. And here's the entrance. Honestly, it's super interesting. What? Nervous? Of course, here it is, up to the 154th.
On this first ride, we went up to the 123rd floor. This area is usually not open to the public.
What level was this? Is this exclusive?
Yes, that's right.
The tickets I bought were platinum, and if you remember, at reception they gave us gold ones, which meant we had to get off at the 148th floor instead of the highest one.
We paid a fortune for all this, and it turns out the highest floor isn't even included. We thought we were going to the 154th floor, but we ended up on the 128th. 148. Well, I mean, it's not even 10 floors more, but still. Look, that's where we jumped from.
The views in the sunset were beautiful, but
They tricked us because we had the highest floor, and then they told us no. And now I said, and I told Jesus, but it says so on the ticket. And now that the sun's out, they've apologized to us. The sun was right there, and I missed it, and I paid for one of the highest floors they offered. So, well, now we're actually here. Funny that they have the gate open.
this building is 828 meters tall, no more, no less.
So what happened? We got here and it's almost completely empty. Our experience included the 154th floor with the buffet, and it closes at 7 p.m., and it's exactly 7 p.m. now, so we'll have to complain because we got here and it's almost all empty. Look, we're such suckers, honestly. They just put out a few more little things, and that's it.
Our visiting time had already passed, but even so, they brought out more dishes for us. But the best part was that they opened the terrace just for us, so we could enjoy the incredible nighttime views.
Wow, this is amazing. We're alone on the 154th floor of the Burj Khalifa. This is an exclusive experience that could cost several thousand euros if we wanted to do it during the regular season, but because of the situation with Iran, which, by the way, Iran is straight ahead over there in the distance, where you see that layer of haze, which is actually the pollution from here in Dubai. Iran is over there.
The views from the rooftop, more than half a kilometer up, speak for themselves. Once our visit was over, I went to explain the issue we had with the stickers, and this is what happened.
I explained what happened, that they gave us a ticket that wasn't ours, and even though we were able to go up in the end, we missed the sunset. Very kindly, they told us to come back tomorrow with both our names, saying who we are. They're gonna let us go up to the top floor, have dinner again, eat whatever we want. Basically, the Burj Khalifa is open for us now because they made a mistake. I mean, they were really nice, honestly, really nice. This Diplodocus is actually original. Seriously, I'm freaking out. Are you seeing the size of this dinosaur? It was discovered in 2008. I'm just amazed.
Aside from its spectacular size, what's extraordinary about this skeleton is that more than 90% of its original bones are preserved. As an interesting detail, some of the bones in its tail were found broken, which suggests it was attacked by a predator or took part in a fierce battle before it died.
And we ended the day enjoying the Dubai Fountain Show.
He constantly remains there, silently sitting right behind me within the deep and lingering shadows of a distant recurring memory that I simply can't seem to escape from, no matter how hard I try to move forward with my life.
Well, later when I finish the room, we'll show this, right? Because right now it's a bit all over the place. The first time ever, but it's true.
Vacation Cabana?
Yeah, it's real. I think it's been years, or since Jesus and I met, that we haven't really gone into true vacation mode like this. Well, actually, we're already recording now, so... But yeah, I want to show you a bit of what Dubai looks like today. It's been 2 days since we got here. I've even got henna tattoos here that I got done in the desert. I don't know if you've seen it yet. Check out what the resort looks like. We're not completely alone. There are some tourists, but honestly, 2 months ago, this place would have been packed and way busier. You'll see breakfast in a minute. This resort is really cool, honestly. Can you believe this is a desert? I mean, we're in the desert and they've built this little oasis with streams, bridges. And the best part about all this is that it's competitively priced. Everything is really cheap right now in Dubai. But because of the unfortunate conflict between the United States and Iran, well, since we already had our layover planned a while ago, it actually worked out great for us because prices have dropped dramatically. It's true that there's a bit of tension among people, especially those outside looking in, but here life is super. Everything is normal. There's no... I don't know, everything's really calm. No one's telling us to take cover or seek shelter because of missile launches. The pool's basically closed right now because there's no lifeguard. And since there are so few people, they've cut back on lifeguards, and now there's only one for the whole resort. Look. This is the second pool, as you can see. It's 9 in the morning, you know? Look, there goes the lifeguard, the hotel manager, and the pool is completely empty. Now we'll check out breakfast. Yesterday, there were 3 people having breakfast with us. We have a private beach, a balcony, sea raiders, and a tavern. There's the gym, kids. That's the buffet. Wow, honestly, it's surreal to see Dubai this empty. But yeah, it's crazy how few people are here, right? Now I'm gonna try to enjoy this breakfast because just look at this plate, huh? We just left the beach and I said, let's check out this building. From the beach that the resort has, private beach. And we were still alone. So look, how is it? Whoa, total abandonment. But hey, let's see, can we go in?
Yeah, that's right.
Do you have lights? It's just that without meaning to, Urbex calls to us, doesn't it?
Now, just take a look at this right here.
Look, it says on the review that it's open to grab a drink. It's been closed for a while, right? Yeah, or I don't know. Ah, the stage is that one over there. Well, with the Osmo, it doesn't look so bad.
It picks up more.
Light, yeah. Check out the stage. It's so quiet. Honestly, it really has that totally abandoned vibe. Wow, that's what I'm saying. Hey, but it's covered in dust over there.
You can see the fingerprints.
Let's see. Yeah, right?
If you turn off the light and board,
Yeah, you can tell. Oh my gosh. Well, that's how it is with abandoned places. We don't look for them, they find us.
quiet house that asks for it, and suddenly, well, it happens.
We left the beach and I said, let's check this out. It said nightclub, gym. So look, check out the floor. Like I was saying, there are pieces of... Oh my gosh. Well, here we are taking pictures and making the most of this spot that's all abandoned. Oh my gosh, but just look at this slope, huh? They used to have it looking really nice, but now even the carpet is coming up over there. Let's leave the abandoned place behind and check out the Deer Spice Souk, one of the most famous in Dubai. The images speak for themselves. We're at the spice market. And of course, everyone is coming at us because we're some of the few tourists around here.
Yay.
We didn't plan on buying anything, but they ended up convincing us, and we picked up a few things. Look. Winter's good, but this is really good for winter. Yeah, this...
Is your tape? You can use cold water.
Honestly, this is really good. He's gonna show me how the magic works.
This is the front, but for me it's not a problem, but it's...
Strong. Oh my god. Okay? Oh my god. I can't breathe. You can't imagine how much this menthol crystal resin opens up your airways. Even my hair stood on end. The seller explained to us how to use it and its benefits for headaches, also for nasal congestion or for steam bath. This will be perfect for the harsh Pyrenean winters. We got him down from 500 dirhams to 100.
No, 100.
Dirhams, right? No, 200. 200 dirhams. Clear. What we bought was worth it. What a rush it gives us. It really clears your airways, but there's a moment when you can barely breathe.
It's just like ResBBN.
But multiplied,
By 100
natural. We also visited the gold souk, where there are hundreds of shops with pieces as impressive as this gold ring that weighs more than 63 kilos and holds a Guinness World Record. Good morning from what is basically a resort. So this was my choice, some fruit, these... I actually don't know what these are called right now. Like pancakes that taste a lot like butter, they're really good. Beans and a little bit of hummus and apple juice. I didn't show you where we were staying here until the very last day. It was super cool because it was like a mini apartment. We've already packed everything up because we're leaving. We're switching to another hotel now. It's not that we're leaving Dubai. Since there was a deal at a 5-star hotel and everything is super cheap right now, we're moving to one in the downtown area. But just so you can see, this was the apartment. 300 euros for 5 days for both of us, with buffet breakfasts. And it's like a little house with a garden, as you can see there, flat screen TV, desk, dressing room, and over here we had a safe too, which is really, really important for the hard drives, especially now that they're full of footage from China and Japan. We always left them there. And well, this is the apartment. And the bathroom, I haven't shown you, the bathroom is super big. Look, how cool is that? And besides that, keep in mind, we're in the middle of the desert. And here, they've created a little oasis with plants. Every morning, they water the plants, so everything stays nice and green. But it's also true that we've had a lot of peace and quiet, because in other reviews, people mentioned that at night there were parties, that you could hear people talking and all that. But here, we were just relaxing, alone, and for a price that I think is really great, with breakfast included for 5 days and 2 people. Perfect. It was time to check out and head to our last hotel. There wasn't much time left before the missile strike. Seriously, they even loaded our suitcases into the car for us. Check out this amazing car. With Uber, wow. Beautiful car, huh? The ride from here to the airport, which is about 20 minutes, cost 16 euros. That's really good, really good. Bye, thank you. Wow, what is this? Oh my god. Holy Virgin of the Dry Rhone. But look, we even have screens here. Hey, Japan is getting some competition here.
Isn't that right?
This is better. Look at these awesome cars. 16 euros, 20 minutes to the airport. It feels like this is a limousine. They load the suitcases. It's like living the millionaire life, but at a normal price. Because in Madrid, how much does a taxi to the airport cost you? 40 euros. Since we were going to stay more days than planned, I decided to rent a car so we wouldn't have to depend on taxis. We've gone from China to Japan and now to the United Arab Emirates. In Japan, the turn signal was on the right side, so now I have to go like this over here. And I still have the trip, but that's it. Now, we were finally on our way to check in at the 5-star hotel. What?
A level, right? So much light, but hey, but wow, there's even a bathtub. The room doesn't.
Mess around, huh?
But man, who's paying for this?
The company, right?
Company that used to go to the mechanic around there. Damn, man, but let's see, 5-star hotel, 35 stars at the price of 2.
Look, downstairs we have a...
Yima.
This way it's quieter and there's no street noise.
Yeah.
Look, wow, huh? Whoa, the bed, careful.
Yeah, it's small, I think. You see, you already have to use it. It's just better than give me the card. I'm going to put it in because there's no light. Let's see. Look, can you believe it?
Where are the suitcases?
Can you believe the cost to raise them?
Elia, are we going out? I'm coming. Sukram. There's the bag. And look at us dressed like this, huh? Sukrin. We look like Sunday tourists. Look.
We actually just came by.
From church. Wow, this is too much, huh? Oh my goodness. Let's go already, because... How cool! We're going to Aquaventure, one of the most impressive water parks in the world. It holds the Guinness record as the water park with the most slides. But what I didn't know is that the conflict had affected the park. This is the lazy river at Aquaventure. This is the park.
So lazy that there's not even any water.
And this is the park, as you can see. We're alone in Aquaventure, but of course, there are a lot of attractions closed.
Yeah.
Because there aren't any people, basically. Well, we've come to Aquaventure to imagine what this would be like with water because... Look. Wow, what a letdown. We were really disappointed to see that only half the park was open. There were hardly any tourists, and you could see that in the lines to get in, which, as you can see, were non existent. We spent the day enjoying the few things that were open, so we decided to leave before closing. Look, they're DJing live over there, but there's literally no one here. It's wild. It's like an abandoned park. But look, this is actually an attraction. Well, it was an attraction. It still is, but it's not running. And here, the lazy river is still going, right? As we headed toward the exit, we kept noticing how deserted the park looked. Employees not really knowing what to do, empty beaches and lounge chairs, and hallways where you wouldn't run into anyone. We got on the bus that would take us to the parking lot where our car was, and that's when a sound changed everything. Well, you see,
Safety alert.
more. And we're about to get the car, and a helicopter just showed up. An alert is going off on our phones telling us to get to a safe place. Situation. We went over there, there's no one, nobody tells us anything. We're gonna get the car and head to the hotel.
Yeah?
But of course, right now, we're in the area closest to Iran, you know?
This feels like Mexico. The helicopter's right behind us, you know?
Alright, we have finally arrived.
We have. Yeah.
Escaping in helicopters, and we're just in the park. I'm booking the hotel in a hurry, and what?
Stress.
What a strange and unusual feeling.
I was just telling Kibara, I just read the news from 4 minutes ago that Iran says it has,
Bond?
like, a United States ship. And 4 minutes go by, we're about to get in the car, and suddenly, boom!
And then both of our phones start blaring alarms.
I'm like, what the hell?
It's a super jarring sound. I'm like, what? And I see the exclamation mark in English. It says, get to a safe place as soon as possible. And I'm like, what? You had just told me about that.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Look, it just went off again. See,
Go ahead.
it didn't go away.
That public safety thing. Thank you for your cooperation. We reassure you that the situation is currently safe.
But now it even says you can go back to your normal daily activities. The message said that everything was safe again, but the body still had trouble processing it. Doubt started about whether to stay here or leave. Well, that's it. Feeling calmer now, right? Actually, it wasn't even that big of a deal.
No, it's just that since it's the first time that
That we see something.
when you see something like this, you don't really know how to react. But now we're here at the hotel, safe.
And actually, we've showered, we're about to have a coffee.
And
Tomorrow, we're still kind of undecided about what to do with Abu Dhabi because the plan was to go to the abandoned place, show you a bit of history. Honestly, I probably won't even go in, especially now with how things are. But of course, it all depends on the news tomorrow morning.
Morin, let's see how everything develops over these next few hours. And then tomorrow when we wake up, we'll see what happens. Let's...
See what we do, and if not, well, we still have 3 days left here, really.
Plus we have to do laundry.
We still have bags of laundry, even dirty clothes from Japan, so yeah. I'm going to the fabric anyway. Well, we'll keep you updated. We came out to have a coffee. After what happened, it's easier to understand why there's so little tourism. It's true that after the truce that was declared, which is still in effect, I thought things would be calmer and more relaxed and that there would be more tourists. But as you can see, the streets are empty. It's 6 in the evening. The perfect time to be here because it's not so unbearably hot. The rooftop, the hotel in general, is completely empty. But of course, you saw the risk for yourself when the alarm went off and they told us that missiles were being launched and to take cover. Man, what you feel here is like, wow, helplessness. Like, where do you go now? Where? Of course, it's like a meteorite. Where's the missile gonna land? In the end, nothing happened because after 10 minutes, we got another text saying that things had calmed down, that nothing was wrong, and that life was back to normal and you could go on with your routine. I went out to see the beautiful sunset, turned off the camera to take some photos, and that's exactly when 2 pretty loud explosions went off.
No.
It's not normal, but it's safe. Very safe. Maybe it's the Emirates defense.
Along with the others.
I came here to tell Jesus about it and you heard it from inside.
No, I was here and I said, what the heck was that sound? I mean, even the shook.
Oh my god, we're gonna go back to. We're all outside recording. Well, they told us to take cover again.
Again?
Let's go downstairs. Listen, maybe it's not a joke anymore. Twice now. Something's going on. Now you get why there are so few people in Dubai. I mean, it's normal that we're the only tourists at the hotel and in Dubai. We're the crazy ones who decided to go ahead with the layover. Should we take the stairs down, you think? That's better, right? Yeah.
You should probably stay alert, just in case anything happens.
There's someone there. Yeah, we've gone down to the lobby. There's absolutely no one here. We're the only ones in the lobby. I mean, if there were more tourists, everyone would have come down here. And look, Jesus has both alerts here. The first one we got earlier is this one, missile launch activity. Wow. Immediately get yourself into a closed, safe place, away from windows, doors, and open areas. And wait for instructions. You just can't leave the hotel like this. The trip just had to end like this. It started tense and it's ending tense. Here we are. Did I get it? Oh yeah, or maybe I didn't. Thank you for... That's it. Look, 7:30 in the evening, again, now it's over. It's past. We've done this 3 times already. We're going into the room, coming out, going in, coming out. Oh my gosh. Things are getting heated because once or twice is fine, maybe, but 3 times already, we don't know whether to go out or not or just stay in for good. I think maybe tonight we'll just have dinner here in the hotel itself, and tomorrow will be another day. So yeah, we're not going out because look, it's 7:50 p.m. again. Just a minute ago, I was actually sending a voice message and then this popped up on my phone and left me deaf. It made me jump. Once again, we're stuck somewhere. It's like every 10 minutes. Not sure why this is happening.
It seems like everything's starting up again, but it's...
A little scary, honestly. It's a bit... That's the 4th warning. And we still have 3 days left, huh? The thing is, at night, since I'm always like this, because it hits you.
It's just crazy.
I just couldn't record it, I guess. Whenever I record, it stops. Because I don't have time to grab the camera. It's like 4 loud tones, right? It's not like a crazy caffeine rush or anything, you know? Man, those scares it gives you, it's wild. Just so you can see the alerts we get, telling us to take cover, to shelter because of missile launches. Check out the gym we've got here too. Wow, wow. No, but it's huge. Seriously, it's massive. With music and everything, you see? I mean, it's just... Man, it's all just for us. I mean, this is insane. But you know what? What they're doing is just for us. And the other one... And the basement all brand new. All the machines are new. It's amazing. There's nobody here. It's just us in the hotel. We just came here at night. Wow, look at the view from all the way up here. Our room is somewhere over there.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
This is crazy. Look, planes flying, see? So now everything's back to normal. Because apparently when the alert goes off that there might be missiles and you have to take shelter for safety, the planes are put on hold. I mean, we've all read about it, that the airport pauses operations and the planes wait on the runway until the alarm goes off again, saying everything's back to normal. So we've already seen the plane flying, we've gotten the SMS, so everything is calm again. Or at least that's what it seemed like. For now, we're calm, but it's a bit strange. The feeling's a bit weird. Let's see what we do. We only had, well, we have 2 days left to be here in Dubai. Tomorrow we're going to Abu Dhabi, and the day after was supposed to be a chill day in Dubai before catching our flight the next day. We'll see what we end up doing. We found another area here on the terrace that has another super cool pool. From here, you can see downtown Dubai over there, see? And there's a kids' playground that's closed. Closed because there's no one here. But anyway, as you can see, life goes on. I'm gonna lean over here so you can see that the people who live here are just living their normal lives. There's some car traffic. Not as much as at other times of the year, but still. People are still going about their normal lives. What else can they do, right? The atmosphere. Man, this trip. It's like it was planned this way, huh? Everything's always empty. Yeah, whether it's the tension of getting caught, the tension that missiles could fall at any moment, the tension that the abandoned place might be under surveillance, the tension that we're gonna get home and we're gonna end up exhausted.
The week when things calm down a bit, the bad guys show up.
We're definitely gonna get sick, yeah. It's typical after being on high alert for so long, like 2 months straight. Your body is running on pure adrenaline. We'll get home and end up with a fever, cough, the flu, who knows? Oh my goodness. Good morning. 8 in the morning. Jesus is getting undressed. Honestly, I slept pretty badly because I had not exactly a nightmare, but a dream where I saw tons of missiles flying by, how they were intercepted, and look, they all exploded and looked like fireworks, but of course it was very realistic. But nothing actually happened, so I can't really call it a nightmare. Then I started checking the flight that leaves in 2 days, and it says it's been delayed, and well, that you should reschedule the flight and get in touch with us. I don't know if you can see it there. Thanks. Maybe we can move the flight up if possible so we can leave as soon as possible. Things are really heating up, I think. Anyway, let's have breakfast and meditate on a full stomach. That's the best way, right? Maybe we'll get lucky.
We do what we can, and that's it. Because that's better than staying here.
Yeah, even if we lose money, obviously. But if we stay here 1 or 2 more days and this gets worse, they're gonna cancel flights, close the airspace, and we'll be stuck here. And there's a lot of work ahead. A lot.
Way too much.
A ton. Videos to make, sponsors to take care of, who already want the collaborations. So we'll probably have to leave as soon as possible.
Look, there he is, handling the flight situation.
Base of operations. Right now, today, at exactly 1:45 in the afternoon. What do we do? It's the best option, right?
Now, yes.
Should I let it fly? Should I click, are you sure? Wow, it's a change. Well, it's 2 days. We lose money, but we gain safety.
You gain in safety. Exactly.
We gain in safety, that's it. Aburgy, abandonments, and a lot. It's over. Wow, for today, huh? If they're giving us the option, it's because things are dangerous.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at how things are right now. For an airline to change your flight super quickly for today, your flight has been changed for today in just 4 hours. Things are really tense right now, and there could be more attacks today. And we read that if there are more attacks today, Dubai's airspace could close. So, it's over. Let's go. But what we are gonna do is have breakfast. I mean, the atmosphere, you can feel it in the air, right? That's already 2 empty hotels. I feel bad going to the front desk and telling them we're leaving 2 days early because they're...
Well, you've already paid him, so he doesn't care.
Yeah, but they're gonna see that once again, things are dropping off. Well, I think it's been like this for months now. There hasn't been any recovery. No one has tried. And there was. Just like they said, huh?
Yeah, there it is.
We're the first and only tourists, and maybe they set all this up just for us. Damn, they really put in the effort, huh? Because they could have just done like they did in China, some little trays with a cookie, but I think they've prepared everything really well. Look, Minnie, see this? After stuffing myself with buffets, I finally decided to just get some fruit, which is mango here, right? And a little bit of egg, pancakes, and hummus. That's gonna be my breakfast. Jesus, coffee and pancakes with hummus too. Not much, huh? We're already stuffed. Even though we were completely alone in the hotel, the buffet was set up to serve dozens of people. I guess so we wouldn't feel alone. They treated us really well, so much so that without us even asking, one of the cooks made us some delicious manakish right there on the spot. It has mint, sesame seeds, oregano, and olive oil. Really, and also olives, but pressed by them, you know?
Very good.
It's really tasty. It's...
Very good.
Yeah, trying there. Well, you're doing pretty well, aren't you?
That I make the folds perfectly so everything fits in there, but careful with what we've got there. The real homework is folding clothes.
Me, well, even if it doesn't look like it, it's folded, okay? Just badly folded. But this is my suitcase, and it has to close. And it's gonna close, I know it. I mean, this is gonna close. I just need to fit this coat and this hat I bought on top.
The thing is, when you open it at home, as soon as you open it, there's a bit of an explosion. And
Goes on top. That's crazy.
I
I don't know what that is. No, I'll put that in my backpack. What a difference between our suitcases, honestly. Organization just isn't my thing, guys. No, I mean, I had to have some flaw. You can't be perfect. Clothes in here.
look, no, see, in the end, it does close.
How does it close?
But it's just that this one is on top of the suitcase.
That's how it closes, little by mo.
If they make you take some of your personal belongings out of your suitcase at the airport, then I am
If I were dead, I suppose I would have to.
messing it up like this. That's it.
That's it.
Now just the outer one is left, and that's it. Wow.
Oh! Shukran. Thank you, Val. Shukran. See you next time. And this is the walk. We leave behind the desert and the skyscrapers. In the air, our plane is forced to change course, reminding us that not even up here can we escape the tensions on the ground. All that's left is to look to the horizon and hope that sanity returns soon and everything goes back to normal. See you on our next adventure.